about to hear is by way of research done by many who have had to surmount the numerous obstacles put in their path, possibly put in place to inhibit our way of thinking and to stop us deciding for ourselves how we wish to live. Above all, keep your mind open.
The world is full of secret societies, and I have picked on this particular one because it seems to be right up there as one of the most secret of all. It's called the Skull and Bones. It's an undergraduate senior secret society at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut. The society is known informally as Bones, and the members are known as Bones Men. The group Skull and Bones is featured in conspiracy theories which claim that the society plays a role in a globalist, corporatist conspiracy for world control. Theorists such as Alexandra Robbins suggest that the Skull and Bones is a branch of the Illuminati, or that Skull and Bones itself controls the CIA. Conspiracy theories about the Skull and Bones Society are almost as old as the society itself. The group has been blamed for everything from the creation of a nuclear bomb to the Kennedy assassination. During the 2004 presidential election, for example, the Republican and Democratic candidates were both former Bonesmen, although neither would say much about the subject. It's a secret, John Kerry said when asked about his membership. So secret, I can't say anything more, George W. Bush, a member, as was his father and grandfather, wrote in his autobiography as if to complete Kerry's sentence. And so, to the history. Sometime in the early 1830s, a Yale student named William H. Russell travelled to Germany to study for a year. Russell came from an inordinately wealthy family that ran one of America's most despicable business organisations of the 19th century, Russell and Company. It was an opium empire. While in Germany, Russell befriended the leader of an insidious German secret society that hailed the Death's Head as its logo. Russell soon became caught up in this group, itself a sinister outgrowth of the notorious 18th century society, the Illuminati. When Russell returned to the United States, he found an atmosphere so anti-Masonic that even his beloved Phi Beta Kappa, the Honor Society, had been unceremoniously stripped of its secrecy. Incensed, Russell rounded up a group of the most promising students in his class, including Alfonso Taft, the future Secretary of War, Attorney General, Minister of Austria, and Ambassador to Russia, and father of future President William Howard Taft. And out of vengeance, he constructed the most powerful secret society in the United States has ever known. The men called their organisation the Brotherhood of Death, or more informally, the Order of Skull and Bones. They worshipped the goddess Eulogia, celebrated pirates, and plotted an underground conspiracy to dominate the world. Fast forward 170 years. Skull and Bones has curled its tentacles into every corner of American society. This tiny club has set up networks that have put 3 of its members into one of the most powerful political positions in the world, and the group's influence is only increasing. The secret society is now, as one historian says, an international mafia, unregulated and all but unknown. In its quest to create a new world order that restricts individual freedoms and places ultimate power solely in the hands of a small cult of wealthy prominent families, Skull and Bones has already succeeded in infiltrating nearly every major research, policy, financial, media and government institution in the country. Skull and Bones, according to some, has been running the United States for years. The secret society cultivates its talent by selecting members from the junior class at Yale University, and then screens its candidates very carefully, favouring Protestants and now white Catholics, with special affection for the children of wealthy East Coast Skull and Bones members. Skull and Bones has been dominated by about 24 of the country's most prominent families, Bush, Bundy, Harriman, Lord, Phelps, Rockefeller, Taft and Whitney among them, who are encouraged by the society to intermarry so that this power is consolidated. In fact, Skull and Bones forces members to confess their entire sexual histories so that the club can determine whether a new Bonesman will be fit to mingle with the bloodlines of the powerful Skull and Bones dynasties. As soon as initiates are allowed into the tomb, as it's called, a dark, windowless, crypt-like meeting place in New Haven with a roof that serves as a landing pad for the Society's private helicopter, they are sworn to silence and told they must forever deny that they are members of this organisation. During initiation, which involves ritualistic basic psychological conditioning, the juniors wrestle in mud and are physically beaten. This stage of the ceremony represents their death to the world as they have known it. They then lie naked in coffins and reveal to the society their innermost sexual secrets. After this cleansing, the bonesmen give the initiates robes to represent their new identities as individuals with a higher purpose. The society anoints the initiate with a new name, symbolising his rebirth and rechristening as Knight X, a member of the Order. It's during this initiation that the new members are introduced to the artefacts in the tomb, among them Nazi memorabilia, including a set of Hitler's silverware, dozens of skulls, and an assortment of decorative trinkets, coffins, skeletons, and so on. Members of Skull and Bones must make some sacrifices to the society, and they are treated with blackmail so that they remain loyal, but they are remunerated with honours and rewards, including a graduation gift of $15,000 and a wedding gift of a tall grandfather clock. Though they must tie their estates to the society, each member is guaranteed financial security for life. In this way, Bones can ensure that no member will feel the need to sell the secrets of the society in order to make a living. Some of them ascend to the top levels of so many fields that, as one historian observes, at any one time the Order can call on members in any area of American society to do what has to be done. Several Bonesmen have been senators, congressmen, Supreme Court justices, and cabinet officials. There is a bone cell in the CIA, which apparently uses the society as a recruiting ground because the members are so obviously adept at keeping secrets. Society members dominate financial institutions such as JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley Dean Winter, and Browns Brothers Harriman, where at one time Bones provided financial backing to Adolf Hitler, because the society then followed a Nazi and now follows a neo-Nazi doctrine. Skull and Bones members controlled the wealth of the Rockefeller, Carnegie, and Ford families. The story of Skull and Bones is not just the story of a remarkable secret society, but a remarkable society of secrets, some with basis in truth, some nothing but fog. Much of the way we understand the world of power involves a myriad of assumptions of connection and control, of cause and effect, and of coincidence that surely cannot be coincidence. Or can it?
Keep your mind